My name is Joe Apfelbaum, CEO of Ajax Union, and this is the 15th LinkedIn Live that I'm doing in 2024. My goal is to do 244 LinkedIn Lives this year. Why? Because I want to educate, inspire, motivate, and engage my audience on LinkedIn in a live format. Now, I'm doing LinkedIn Lives in an impromptu way. So if you want to see the rest of my LinkedIn Lives, just go to my profile, click on See Recent Activity, and then click on Events. And you'll be able to see all my recent LinkedIn Lives and catch up with this 15th episode. Today, we're going to be talking about overcoming the fear of posting on LinkedIn by using artificial intelligence, specifically a tool called EvyAI, EVYAI.com. The biggest problem that people have is themselves. They're afraid of sharing their voice. I'm on a mission to help 1 million people share their voice online with artificial intelligence, and I want to hear what your hesitations are. Often, our fear leads us into excuses. What are the excuses that you're giving that are not allowing you to authentically share your voice online, to authentically connect with your audience and build a relationship? Are you afraid you're going to sound stupid? Are you afraid you're not going to have what to say? Do you have writer's block? Do you have paralysis of analysis? What is the issue that you're facing right now when it comes to sharing online? And if you can overcome those issues, you're going to be able to connect more with your audience. On LinkedIn, you can have up to 30,000 connections. Every connection on LinkedIn becomes a follower as well, automatically. LinkedIn's the only platform that allows for that. So if you're not doing that, if you're not building those relationships, if you're not growing your business, then you're missing out on a key opportunity to leverage this important platform. Now, this is not going to be true forever. I don't know that it's going to be true forever that every connection will become a follower because things change. Things change and they change rapidly. So if you want to establish yourself as a thought leader, now is the time to do it. Now, when you still have the hack, there's a lot of things that you were able to do back in the day that you can't do anymore. And so understanding how to build up your following today in 2024 is going to be key. Becoming a thought leader in 2024 is going to be key. So give this post a little heart if you're here live, or give it a light bulb if you're more of a light bulb type of person, or give it a round of applause if you're more of a round of applause type of person. I'd love to see you interact with this live. Also, if you're watching this live, just drop a comment and let me know where you're located. I'm always interested to know where people are located. And I'm going to be sharing my screen in just a minute to educate you and inspire you and show you hands-on how I leverage LinkedIn and other tools like ChatGPT and so on and so forth. So I want you to learn from me. And I also want to tell you about special events that we have coming up that you can really benefit from. And today I also want to share with you the concept of a LinkedIn newsletter. You may not even be familiar that LinkedIn has a feature called LinkedIn newsletter. So if you haven't hit the repost button, go ahead, hit that repost button, leave a comment, let me know where in the world you're dialing in from. This is LinkedIn Live number 15 with Joe Apfelbaum. I go on LinkedIn Live 244 times this year. And my goal is to build relationships, build connections, grow my business, and help you grow your business. Because my business is helping you grow your business. That's what I'd like to do. So I'm going to share my screen right now and share with you some insights, some ideas, and I want you to connect with me. I want you to build a relationship with me. So this is why I'm doing it live in real time on LinkedIn. So I'm going to show my face over here so you can see me next to my computer. So now this is what my profile looks like right now. I have something called a top voice badge. You see that? It says top digital marketing voice. This top voice badge is an important badge. Why? The reason why it's important to have a top voice badge is because if you want to succeed on LinkedIn, you need this concept called credibility. A lot of people don't have credibility on LinkedIn. As a matter of fact, if I go through my recent profile views just to see who's been looking at my profile, I'll take a look at this guy, Vipul, And Vipul doesn't have a credibility badge. He also doesn't have a will written about section. He also doesn't have enough followers. And he also hasn't posted in many months. But he took a look at my profile. But when I look at his profile, I'm not inspired by him and think he's a thought leader. There are things that you can do on your profile that make people inspired and make them think that you're a thought leader. I look at Shimon Friedman. He doesn't even have a verified profile. He hasn't posted in over 7 months, even though he has hundreds of followers. So I can call him up. I can click on this tool over here and give him a buzz. I see his phone number is right over here. It says call us anytime. I can call him up, chat with him about his insurance, help him out. But really, I want to support him and show him what to do on LinkedIn. So I'm going to send him a message right now on LinkedIn. I'm going to click on the message button. Now, for some reason, sometimes LinkedIn doesn't load properly, so you got to refresh it. And let me see. I'm going to try to hit the message button again now and see if it loads this time. So you see it loaded. Okay. Thanks for checking my profile. I noticed. Okay, I'm going to click on the AI to help me do this now. So I'm opening up my AI. I'm going to say, I noticed you have 845 followers, but you have not posted in a long, long time. Are you interested in learning about my AI that helps you write posts? I see a huge opportunity for you. Okay, now I misspelled a lot of this stuff. It doesn't matter if you misspell it because the AI will fix it all up for you. It's almost like Grammarly, but it takes it to the next level because it'll read our recent conversation and it'll include that information in our recent conversation. I noticed that you have a solid following on LinkedIn, but you haven't posted in a while. I developed a tool called Evie AI. It's a game changer for you to draft intelligent posts and replies and engagement in a breeze. I see a huge opportunity for leverage this tool to enhance your presence. Want to learn more? Let's chat. Boom. Okay, so now I'm going to press send, and I just sent him this message over here, this cute little message. Now, this is a great way for you to connect with people and support them with your business. I'm not trying to sell them anything. I legitimately see an opportunity to build a relationship. You see that? I legitimately am building a relationship over there. Now, if you don't have that top voice badge, you could just go to linkedin.com/advice. You go to linkedin.com/advice, and there's a concept called collaborative articles. You find the type of collaborative article that you want to get a top voice badge in. Maybe it's real estate, maybe it's transportation, maybe it's construction, maybe it's soft skills, maybe it's financial management, maybe it's healthcare. For me, I'm an expert in marketing, so maybe I'll choose this topic over here. You see, these are the people that are contributing. You can see their contributions here. I'm actually going to click on her profile just to kind of check out her profile over here. You see the way she has a top voice badge here? You see? I'm going to go in here. I see that she's reposting stuff. Okay, I'm going to send her a connection request. I see that she's in Gilbert, Arizona. She has 1,300 followers. She's an executive assistant for Manchester Capital. I'm just going to check to see if she actually has any recommendations. And I see she has a recommendation from the partner of Manchester Capital on January 11, 2024. So to me, this looks like a fake account. You see? This looks like an AI-generated photo. Even though it has a top voice badge and it has 1,000 followers, she's just promoting other people's stuff and she's not authentically sharing. And so I believe that this is a fake account. I don't believe this is a real account. I think he's using it as kind of like a dummy account. And he's part of a group, and they're leveraging it by creating the top voice. So, for me, you can't really fool me, but you can fool a lot of people. There's no education history. There's key things missing on this profile, and they think that they can do it this way, but this is not the best way to do this. But again, I'm not going to hit this person up. What I am going to do is I'm going to hit the Alex Moses up over here. Okay, he has 11,000 followers, and you see, he's also doing something similar, but this is a real account. You see volunteering. He has a lot of real experiences. He has a lot of skills that are all liked. You see, Emma gave him his fake assistant gave him a recommendation over here, but I'm going to actually build a relationship with him by just sending him a message. Okay? Alex, I noticed that you do not have a top voice badge on your profile, but your assistant does. Do you need help with that? Check out eviai.com. It can help you using AI. Love that you gave her a recommendation and that she gave you one too. I have a few suggestions to make her account look even more real. Yes, I can tell. Lol. Okay, and I'm going to press send. Do you see that? Building a real relationship with people and getting to know them, even though I'm not connected to them. And I don't need to use Sales Navigator, although I can use Sales Navigator. This is a great way for me to be able to build relationships. Here's another thing that I do using artificial intelligence is I go into AI and I leave comments on people's posts. As you can see, I'm leaving a comment right now, one of my clients' posts over here. Andre is a client of mine, very nice guy. He wrote a very nice post over here. So I'm going to acknowledge him. And I'm going to say that his insights are a compass guiding us to the new software shores. By the way, join www.influencersummit2024.com today if you can make it. Okay, so you see that? I'm also promoting this Influencer Summit in the comments. I'm leaving a thoughtful comment, and I'm promoting this Influencer Summit to him just like that. So let me know what you do for a living. I'm curious to know what you do for a living. Jim Peterson said, Joe, can you critique my profile? 100%. So number one is you do not have a verification badge. So if you go to linkedin.com/verify, you need a verification badge. Number two, Jim, you do not have a top voice badge. Number three is while you have 23,000 followers, your profile is not on creator mode. I would turn on creator mode. Number four, your featured posts are not varied. You need a varied amount of featured posts. You haven't posted articles. You don't have a newsletter. You aren't doing video. There's a lot of buttons here that are missing that you can really benefit from. Also, you haven't really posted this week. You got to post every day, especially if you have tens of thousands of followers. Your About section is missing sections. You can have sections and call to action, which is missing. There's a lot that's missing on your profile, and I'd love to chat with you. I'm going to give you an endorsement because you're my connection, and I'm going to send you a message. And I'm going to say to him, thanks for attending my live today. Loved giving you feedback. Question. Do you want a top voice badge? Okay, so if he wants a top voice badge, my recommendation is for him to go to the following place. To go to linkedin.com/advice. Go to a collaborative articles, like for example, in his case, it might be HR management, or it might be recruiting or something like that. For other people, it might be real estate. I'm going to go to real estate. It could be real estate management, real estate marketing, real estate development, and you can give your thoughts around real estate, and it'll give you a badge if you do this 3 times a day. But you might say, Joe, I don't have time to do this. If you don't have time to do this, then you have the AI help you do it. So Evie AI can actually help you get that top voice badge. So I'm going to go into the storytelling technique place over here. You see that? I'm going to go down over here, and I'm going to give a contribution here. So I'm going to click on the Evie AI logo. I'm going to choose my persona, my goal, my tone, and it's going to read. It's going to read this part, define your purpose, have a clear purpose, because I wrote a book called High Energy Purpose. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that book. I'm going to say crafting a story like an event to ensure it's a narrative. As CEO, like Joe Apfelbaum, as a marketing CEO, leveraging personal development, stories that mirror entrepreneurship can inspire action by integrating a story that aligns with my core values of curiosity and enthusiasm. Also, read High Energy. You might be able to learn some things from that book. www.highenergypurpose.com. purpose.com because purpose is so powerful. Okay, so not only did I give a really strong and powerful contribution, I also promoted my book here. Do you see that? Now I'm going to give this a like, and now I can click on the three dots over here, and I can copy the link to this contribution and send it to other people so that other people can also like that contribution. If you contribute 3 times a day and you do this for a week or two, and then people like your contribution, what's going to end up happening is you're going to end up getting a top voice badge for that category that you've been getting contributed to. So, for example, Laura Dorman, you see she has this little icon here. I'm going to click on her thing. She has a top public speaking voice. You see that? Top public speaking voice. And I'm going to, she reposted this 9 hours ago. She posted this 1 day ago, but nobody commented on this. So I'm going to comment on this. This is a great way to find people that have a top voice badge that are active on LinkedIn. And I'm going to see what the AI writes over here for me. Laura, your insights are maximizing. I'm curious about the magnificent power, blah, blah, blah. There are thoughts too. Also, love your top voice badge. That is actually how I found your profile from the articles you contribute to. Check out www.influencersummit2024.com. We are having a great event today at 2 p.m. Boom. Okay, now I'm going to tag her so she gets a notification. And I'm going to press post. Do you see the way I wrote this really well thought out comment? And then it has this little image from the Influencer Summit 2024, which I think she could really benefit from. I'm also going to give her a heart so that she notices that. And this is how I stay top of mind, not just with her, but she has a lot of followers. You see, she has over 1,000 followers, and she's based in Atlanta. So, you know, I highly recommend you learn how to use these tools in a positive way. So let me know what you do for a living in the chat. Curious to hear from you guys. Jim, was it helpful, what I just shared? I'm going to go to this chat and see if anybody else has been chatting. It looks like we have quite a few people chatting over here. Audrey, good morning. Thank you for coming today to this LinkedIn Live. I see that you are particularly missing that top voice badge, Audrey, so you can really benefit from that. And your birthday was on January 15th. I'm going to click on the message button. Again, for some reason, the message button is not working on LinkedIn right now, so maybe I'll send you a WhatsApp message if this doesn't load now. Okay, it just worked. Oh, it looks like I'm going to say, hope you celebrated your birthday today. I mean this week. Lol. Okay, you see that? This makes me human. Hope you celebrate your birthday today. I mean this week. Lol. So building a relationship. Now I'm going to also say, I think you would benefit from a top voice badge, by the way. I can also send you info about a community I am thinking of starting if you want to join the wait list. Let me know. Okay, so now that's kind of like how I build curiosity with people about things that I'm doing. So this is Audrey's profile. If you want me to check out your profile, say, Joe, check out my profile. Check out my profile. And I'll check out your profile as well. If you want to be able to drop a comment, drop a comment. Drop a comment. Drop it like it's hot. Let me know how often you post on LinkedIn. Okay, Jim says, I'm multitasking. Love your information. Very helpful. I'm going to write boom. Glad you are listening. Even if you are also doing something else. Okay? So I just replied to Jim, and I said, glad you're listening, even though you're doing something else. Watching from the Philippines, I'm going to say, enjoy every second. I'm going to tag the person. Oh, it didn't work. I'm going to press reply. Okay. Do you see what I'm doing over here? I'm building relationships, and I am growing my business simply by acknowledging people. Now, I'm on LinkedIn Live right now. That means I am live. I had some ideas for LinkedIn Live, and I want to share with you some of those ideas. So I had a couple of ideas, and I would love for you guys to share some ideas in the chat as well. I'm going to open up the chat here so you guys can join me right now in the chat. I'm going to click overlay. So right now in the chat, let me know what your main keyword is related to your business. So for example, for me, my main keyword is B2B digital marketing, business to business digital marketing. Mayla says, Joe, can you check my profile as well? I might be missing a lot when it comes to building my profile. Yes, I'm happy to check out your profile. But guys, what I want you to do is I want you to take a moment and share your number one keyword when it comes to what you do for a living. So for me, it's B2B marketing. For you, it might be bookkeeping. For you, it might be recruiting. For you, it might be something else. So let me know in the chat what is your number one keyword. And I'm going to pull up Mayla's profile right now and give her a bunch of feedback on her profile. I'm going to open up this window here. So this is the window I'm looking at. I'm going to look at Mayla's profile right now and give her some feedback. So number one is you're missing a verification badge. So if you go to linkedin.com/verify, you can verify. Number two is your company page, Digital Organic, is missing. You're not really connected to a company page. So I would recommend creating a company page. It's really easy to create a company page. You click on For Business, and then you click on Create a Company Page, and then you attach your profile to that company page. I recommend creating at least 3 company pages. Why 3? Because if you have 3 company pages, then you're able to like your posts with your company page, and then you get at least 3 likes on every post, which is really, really cool. So if you want to learn how to do that, say, Joe, I want to learn how to do that. Also, get a top voice badge. Also, because you have thousands of followers, you would benefit from switching to creator mode and adding a call to action link on your profile. Also, your image is a little cut out, so I would fix your image. I would put in a better background image. You can go to canva.com to get a background image. You see that? I would put a better about section. You currently don't even have an about section. You can use Evi AI to write up your about section on LinkedIn. Give it some information about you, and it can write up an about section. I don't know much about you, but if I want to learn about you, I got to read your about section on LinkedIn. So those are a couple of things that you can do just to kind of start to get your profile to look really good, because right now your profile doesn't look that great. Your experience needs to have a blurb of content, all this stuff. Each thing that you do here needs to have a blurb of content. I'm going to give you an endorsement. I recommend getting recommendations. So if you have other people that can give you a recommendation, I would recommend getting at least 3 recommendations. So maybe find people on this particular live that are here live right now that are willing to give you a recommendation on LinkedIn. I'm sure people would be willing to give you a recommendation. I'm going to click on most recent to see all the most recent comments here. And it looks like Mayla asked me for that. I'm going to say I gave you a few recommendations. Let me know what you think. Okay, so I just said I gave you a few recommendations. Let me know what you think for those recommendations. And those recommendations kind of apply to everybody. If you guys have not hit the repost button, go ahead and hit that repost button so more people can see this LinkedIn Live right now. All right, let me stop sharing my screen for just a moment. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for just a moment. I want to ask you a question. How often are you guys posting on LinkedIn? How often are you posting on LinkedIn? Are you posting once a day, once a week, once a month? Not often at all. Let me know how often you're posting on LinkedIn. I'm going to take off this overlay here because we're not getting a lot of action from you guys. And I wanted to see the action coming up on the overlay, but it's not coming up. So I just removed the overlay. But I'm curious to know how often you're posting on LinkedIn. My recommendation is to post once a day, if possible, or at least once a week. Why? Because posting creates exposure. If you want to have more exposure, more credibility on LinkedIn, you got to post. But you may not know what to post about. That's where Evi AI comes in. Using artificial intelligence to help you come up with topics for you to post about could be really, really helpful. Most people are simply not doing that. So if you start doing it, you're much more likely to be successful on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is a place where people are logging in often. There's 60 million people spending more than 17 minutes a day on LinkedIn. So using our idea generator to come up with ideas and our post writer to write posts, can be particularly helpful for you to be posting on a regular basis. I'm going to share my screen now, and I'm going to show you how to use the idea generator to come up with some ideas. First, you go to evyai.com. Then you click on login on the top. If you don't have an account, you register for free. Then on the left side, you click on idea generator. Once you click on idea generator, you type in the topics that you want to generate ideas about. So thinking about, for example, leveraging LinkedIn connections to create content by interviewing them. Okay, so I'm going to press persona. I'm going to go down to Joe Apfelbaum. I'm going to do generate ideas. So I wanted to generate some ideas about leveraging LinkedIn connections to create content by interviewing your LinkedIn connections. This is a very powerful thing. The art of reverse engineering LinkedIn's algorithm, an interview with Joe Apfelbaum, from crack to code, integrating AI, the intersection of comedy and marketing. So it's kind of coming up with these ideas over here for me. Ideas about interviewing LinkedIn connections to create valuable content. I'm going to press generate ideas. Let's see what it does. The Spartan playbook, the intersection between AI and empathy, how technology enhances human connection, personal development hacks. I'm going to change my persona, see if it comes up with different ideas. I don't really like these ideas it's coming up with right now. Behind the scenes, let me see if I can do a evergreen one. Let's see what it does. When I'm using different personas to come up with topics. Let's see what it does. Depending on the persona that you give it, it'll come up with different topics. Ooh, the evolution of online learning, maximizing LinkedIn's potentials, the impact of diverse learning, training and alumni. You see, it's completely changing everything. Generate ideas. So I keep changing the persona, and based on the persona, it's coming up with different ideas and different topics. Let's see what it's going to come up with Evie AI. So if you don't have ideas, use this idea generator to help you come up with ideas. The art of enhanced interview, how AI is revolutionizing talent acquisition, networking in digital age, leveraging AI to foster LinkedIn connections, maximizing your LinkedIn presence, tips from Evie AI, and engaging with industry peers. I like that. I'm going to generate post, and it's going to come up with a bunch of tips on engaging with industry leaders. Calling all professionals in the tech industry. Are you looking to maximize your LinkedIn presence and engage with industry leaders? Look no further. I got a game-changing tips from Evie AI. We all know that LinkedIn is the go-to platform for professionals like us, but how do we stand out in a sea of talented individuals? How do you make sure your voice is heard? Ooh, I like this one. Authenticity is the key. So let me show you this. I'm going to press copy. I'm going to copy this post. And instead of writing this as a post, I'm going to write it as an article on LinkedIn. So I already showed you guys collaborative articles, but did you know that you can create a newsletter article on LinkedIn and email tons of people? So I'm going to go into LinkedIn. I'm going to click on write an article. I'm going to click Joe Apfelbaum as the article written by Joe Apfelbaum. Now I'm going to put in this post into the article. I'm going to delete this right over here, and I'm going to call it leveraging your network of experts. Leveraging your network of experts on LinkedIn. Are you looking to maximize your LinkedIn presence in industry and engage with industry leaders? I've got game-changing tips. I've got engaging tips that will take your LinkedIn game to the next level. For the past 6 years, I have been interviewing top LinkedIn influencers about how to leverage LinkedIn. I call it the LinkedIn Influencer Summit. Why, you ask me? Because I get a bunch of benefits. Because I get 3 main benefits. By the way, we are doing the summit today at 2 p.m. EST, and I'm going to interview the top 8 LinkedIn influencers at www.influencersummit2024.com. Let me know if you can make it. We all know that LinkedIn is the go-to platform for professionals like us. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an image to this. I don't know if you know this, but you can actually add images. I'm going to go to my desktop. I'm going to look for Influencer Summit. I'm going to put this in like that. You see that? Let me know if you can make it. Now I'm going to click on this image, and I'm going to link the image. Click on this pencil, link. Alt text, link. I'm going to paste the link here, http://www.influencersummit2024.com. See that? I'm putting this, so now this became a link. Okay, we all know that LinkedIn is a go-to platform for professionals, but how do you stand in a sea of talented individuals? How do we make our voices heard and connect with industry leaders? It starts with authenticity, the key to building meaningful relationships on LinkedIn. It's about being true to who you are and sharing your unique perspective. Don't be afraid to show your personality and let your passion shine through. People want to connect with real, genuine information, but authenticity enough is not alone. I'm going to bold this, and I'm going to bold this. It's not enough. To truly engage with thought leaders, share your insights and experience and perspective in your industry, be a thought leader, and contribute to collaborative knowledge. I personally not only share my knowledge, but also share other people's as well and give them credit. Think about it. When I promote Shay Rowbottom in our summit, that, by the way, has 2,000 people registered to come, what do you think happens? She posts about it. Look at this post here. Okay, so now I'm going to go get that post that I want to share. So I'm going to find Shay Rowbottom. I'm going to go to her profile here. I'm going to see this post over here. I'm going to copy this post right into here. She has 600K followers on LinkedIn, and she posted about this LinkedIn summit because she will be speaking about how she went from 60K to 600K followers. But she tagged me. That increases my online credibility. Another way to do this is by creating and sharing original content. Write articles. I'm going to say like this one. Share industry news. Create video showcase. By sharing valuable content, position yourself as an expert and resource. But what happens when you bring together Judy Hayes and Adam Hulin and Mac Laubscher and Jason Osborne together with SD Rand, SD Star as the host, what do you think happens? They all come and share tips too. Each year, we build new relationships and bring together so many incredible leaders like Richard van den Brom, and Bryn Tillman too. I'm not going to give this tip here. I don't like it. Now here's a call to action. I want to hear from you. Share your best tips in maximizing your LinkedIn presence in the comments below. What industry are you in, and who would you love to interview in your summit, in your event? Let's create a community of professionals who are committed to growing and thriving on LinkedIn. And don't forget to like and share this article, this newsletter, to spread the word. Okay, so now I'm going to go down to the bottom. I'm going to press enter, 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 enter. I'm going to say LinkedIn tips, tech news, and networking success. I'm going to just do networking. I'm going to do leaders, and I'm going to do LinkedIn. Okay. Now we're going to just say PS. I hope you read this email before 2 p.m. because this is also going to be an email before 2 p.m. EST today, and join us at www.influencersummit2024.com. By the way, if you guys are getting value from this, just write value in the chat because I'm sharing with you guys some real value here so that you can learn exactly what I'm doing. Just write value in the chat so that I see that you guys are getting value from this. I'm showing you how I write an article in real time, but the AI drafted it for me. Let me just see what you guys are chatting about over here. Watching from Bangladesh, from St. Louis, Missouri. Awesome. Just write value in the chat if you're getting value and watching me do this in real time. I'm going to go back to that post from Shay, and I'm actually going to save this image. I'm going to see if I can copy and paste this image into here. Oh, look at that. I just copied and pasted the image from LinkedIn right into here. I didn't know you can copy and paste images into articles. That's pretty darn cool. Now I know. Okay, so I have this image. Now what I need to do is I need to get a 1920 by 180 pixels image. So I'm going to do upload. So now what you can actually do is you can actually create an image with artificial intelligence over here. I'm going to press generate, and let's see what it generates. I'm going to press add media. Oh, look at that. Okay, it's not you, it's us. Let's see. I'm going to choose this design. Oh, I'm going to hit close again. Let's try this again. Create an image, create a design. I'm going to click on generate image. Oh, it wants me to log in. Let me see if we can log in. Okay, generate image. Oh, that's cool. Powered by Dolly. LinkedIn influencers. Let's see what it does. We'll create your image and you'll find and manage all your AI in my media. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, that's cool. I'm going to press enter. I'm going to hit generate. So it's going to take this image and generate a design for me. That is cool. Connect with experts on LinkedIn. I like this one over here. Okay, I'm going to press done. And it just added this image for me that it designed for me. You guys see the way I generated the image with AI and then I designed it. Okay. How to leverage experts on LinkedIn to grow your business. I'm going to share some game-changing tips in the next taking business. For the past 6 years, I've been interviewing LinkedIn influencers. I call the LinkedIn Influencer Summit. Okay, I'm going to. We asked me, I get 3 main benefits. Okay, so what are the 3 benefits? I have to look for the 3 main benefits. Okay, so I'm going to say here are the 3 main benefits I get from interviewing experts in my industry. 1, exposure. 2, credibility. And 3, relationships. I create more exposure for the experts by interviewing them, and I create more exposure for myself by collaborating with them. I gain credibility by sharing my own insights alongside other experts with their insights. And I build real relationships with leaders in my industry because I am essentially promoting their business. You see that? Now, for some reason, I copied and pasted this image and it didn't work, so I'm just going to delete it. Instead, what I'm going to do, I'm going to save the image, right-click, save image as. I'm going to call it Shay and Joe. Then I'm going to upload the image like this. I'm going to click on the little image button here. I'm going to go to my downloads, and I'm going to type in Shay and Joe, and I'm going to press open, and it's going to upload the image. You see the way it uploaded the image? I'm going to say AI created this image of Shay and Joe. PPS, here are some ways that we can work together. 1, AI business development circle. 2, sales navigator summit. 3, LinkedIn accelerator training. 4, Evie AI LinkedIn assistant. 5, Ajax Union digital marketing agency. So here are some ways that we can work together. AI business development circle, sales navigator summit, LinkedIn accelerator training, Evie AI LinkedIn assistant, www.evieai.com. Over here, I'm going to go get the link for this. I'm going to go to evergreen.com. I'm going to get the AI circle link from here. You see, that's the AI circle. So I'm going to grab that link. I'm going to paste the link here. Now I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go back to Evergreen. I'm going to grab the sales, the 1-day training. So we have a 1-day training on March 20th. I'm going to grab that link over here like that. I'm going to paste it in here. I'm going to grab the Sales Navigator Summit link. I'm going to go back here, grab this Sales Navigator Bootcamp. I'm going to close this out, paste it in here. And then I'm going to put a link to my agency, www.ajaxunion.com, just like that. And I'm going to put a link to this marketing agency. Okay, so I have the AI Business Development Circle, Sales Navigator Summit, LinkedIn Accelerator Training. And I'm going to say also, I plan on launching a special community of thought leaders. And if you want to join, grab a spot on the wait list. Okay, and I'm going to add the snippet for the thought leaders right here. We created a wait list with a few questions. Please feel free to be included in the launch group. Okay. And I'm going to say, I hope you read this email before 2 p.m. today. And I'm going to add another PS at the bottom here with this call to action. Okay. So now I have this entire thing over here done. You see, I even added a call to action for them. Now call to action, I want to hear from you. What tips did you learn from our summit today? Okay, what industry leaders? I'm going to bold this. Control I. And now I'm going to click next. And I'm going to write a post about this. I have 3 tips to share about why it's important to connect with thought leaders in your industry and interview them. Read this LinkedIn newsletter article to learn the tips and benefits about why I do this every year, and I put a ton of resources to give this information away for free. Now I'm going to go into ChatGPT and grab this right over here. This is I asked it to write an overview of the summit. Okay. I'm going to copy and paste this information into this LinkedIn post. Say. Okay, so I'm going to say what you'll learn. I'm going to say read #influencer summit. I'm going to say, let me know in the comments if you are coming and what you learned from the summit if you read this after you join the summit. Boom. Okay, I'm going to say PS. This newsletter went out to 10,000 people today with one click of a button. Boom. All right, now I'm going to press publish. And I just published this newsletter, and it got emailed to 10,000 people. Look at the people. These 10,482 people got this email with this newsletter, just like this, with all this information, with these links. You see, link to this, link to this, link to the post on Shay. I tagged all these people, so they all got notified. I shared the 3 main benefits. I shared a photo of me and Shay, and then I shared all the ways that we can work together. You see that? That's it. That's what I got for you, ladies and gentlemen. Was that helpful? Curious to know if you enjoyed watching me live, connecting, building relationships. Thank you very much for watching me. This is great. I enjoyed writing that article, sending it out. I enjoyed educating you, training you on how to use Evi AI. You know, kind of use it as a draft. It saves me a ton of time. I'll see you guys on the next session. Remember, I come here almost every single day, 244 times this year. Looking forward to seeing you on LinkedIn. Boom.